Good morning, dear student. I am Professor Ibha Rani. Today, I am discussing in this video about the coefficient of variation. It is concept which is developed by Carl Pearson. It is an important relative measure of dispersion. Dispersion is variation in the data, how the data is variated from the midpoint, that is dispersion. And it is used to determine the variability of data. It is also known as relative standard deviation. It is used in comparing the data, comparing the variability in data, homogeneity, stability, uniformity, and consistency of two or more series of data. Here, how you can calculate the coefficient of variation? The formula for calculation is standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. There are certain steps should be followed to calculate the coefficient of variation. So first is we need to calculate the mean value of the data given. Then we have to calculate standard deviation of the data given. Then we can divide standard deviation with mean and obtain the value should be multiplied by 100, which will be giving the coefficient of variation. I'll explain the concept of coefficient of variation with this example. The question is, they have asked you the consumption of number of guava and orange on a particular week by a family are given below. As per this data, which fruit is consistently used by family? So in these questions, they have not asked you to calculate coefficient of variation. Instead of that, they have asked you to calculate which fruit is consistent. Whenever the term consistency, uniformity will be used, it means we need to calculate the coefficient of variation. If coefficient of variation will be more, it means that consistency will be low and variability will be more. So coming to these questions, here the first guava I have considered as X, and for orange it is XY. So here the X value they have given for the first guava, that is 3, 5, 6, 4, 3, 5, 4. So first we need to calculate the mean values. As it is individual data, mean will be calculated by addition of all the number of guavas divided with the number of times. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days data they have given. So mean will be 30 by 7, that is 4.29. So the first step we have finished with by calculating the mean. The second step is to calculate the standard deviation. There are different formulas are there to calculate standard deviation, but here I will be using this formula, that is root of summation of x square divided by n minus summation of x by n ka whole square. The other formula of standard deviation is root of summation of x minus x average ka square. Also you can calculate the standard deviation. As all summation of x, then I have calculated it here, that is x square, 3 square 9, 5 square 25, 6 into 6 36, all. So summation of x square we have calculated as 136. So now standard deviation for guava, it will be 136. Summation of x square is 136. Number of days, the data they have given for 7 days. So n is 7 minus summation of x is 30 divided by 7 ka x by 7 ka square. So after calculating, we got it, the standard deviation is 1.01. Now we will calculate the coefficient of variation for guava. That is, the formula is standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. We have calculated this here, 1.01 standard deviation, mean is 4.29 multiplied by 100. We got a 23.54%. The same way we will calculate for the orange also, the data also given for the 7 days. Mean we have calculated by addition of all the values, summation of x by n 30 by 7, 4.29 here. For both, mean is same only. Standard deviation, with this formula, I have calculated summation of x squared by n minus summation of x by n ka whole square. So standard deviation 2.81. Then we will calculate the coefficient of variation. Standard deviation by mean multiplied by 100. So here we have calculated is for CD is 65.50. So CD for the guava we got it 23.54 and CV for the orange, we got it 65.50. Now, to check the consistency, coefficient of variation should less. It means that when the variation will be less, consistency or uniformity will be more. Consistency will go in opposite direction with the variation. So here, as for guava, coefficient of variation is less. So we can conclude that the consumption of guava is more consistent than orange. Thank you. I hope I have made you clear about the coefficient of variation. Please be trying. Thank you all.